Okay, so functions are often graphed. We've looked at some graphs of functions. Let's say we have a graph that looks like this. Let's say that's what our function looks like. And it's not drawn great, but anyway, just use your imagination a little bit. Now, when we look at this graph, we're looking at it from left to right, which will help. So there are places where the graph is increasing. That's when we're going up. It's increasing up to about there. And then there's places where it's decreasing. So it's coming down, like there. Then we could have places where it's constant, where it's not going up or down, it's just like the constant function, just straight across. Now, what about this next section? Well, that would be decreasing because we're going down. And then it switches, though, and it's going up, right? Okay, so these are increasing. Intervals for the function. These are decreasing. And if it's not going up or down, it's constant. I'll just cheat and draw that line there. Okay. So with that comes some terminology. Let's say we have, I'll draw another one. Okay, a function like that. Sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's going down. So if we wanted to know where it's increasing, we would say, well, it's increasing in this area, and then it's increasing here, and then it's increasing over here, like from here on. So those are increasing. And then the other two sections, it's decreasing, right? Like between here and here, it's decreasing. And between here and here, it's decreasing as well. Okay. So pretend like there's an X and Y axis. Okay. But now what we want to talk about, probably those words you're looking at, you're like, what are those? Okay. So when you have a local maximum, that's like the highest point in the area. Okay? So like this would be considered a local max. It's also called a relative maximum. Okay? But you're going to hear the term local max in this book more often. So it's a local maximum. Okay? So you could think of it like, if you live in 29 Palms, there's kind of this tall hill called Chocolate Drop. It's not the tallest mountain in the world, but in that area, it's, you know, a high hill. It might be the tallest hill, okay? But it's not the tallest place in the world, you know. It's just like in the local area. Okay, that's why it's called local maximum. We have another local maximum right here. So that would also be a local maximum, okay? A local maximum occurs when you go from increasing to decreasing. Okay? That'll give you a local or relative maximum. Now, we have two local maximum. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. The plural for maximum is maxima. Okay? So you're going to see that word, and you're going to be like, what's a maxima? Well, it's when you have more than one maximum. Okay? All right. This has to do with Latin, I think. I didn't take Latin. But, okay. All right, now minimums, well, you can kind of figure what that's going to be. A local minimum is going to be where it's the lowest point. So like this would be a local minimum right there. And this would be a local minimum right there. So it's where you're changing from decreasing to increasing. Okay? And that's called a local minimum. And again, it's not the lowest point in the world. It's just in that area, it's a local minimum. It's the local lowest point, I guess. Okay? And the plural, it can also be called a relative minimum. And the plural for minimum is minima. Okay? All right. Together, when you take, if you're talking about them as a group, oh, I want to look at all the local maxima, minima. Those are called local extrema. So it's like the two concepts together, okay? And you could say the local extreme values. I think that's how another way they put it. Okay, so I think that's it for our vocabulary lesson. We will do an example in the next video.